Hello, hi everyone. This is Kaveri from Tripoli branch. My roll number is 2195100211. My topic name is Management of Protection. So, protection refers to a mechanism for controlling the access of programs, process, or users to the resource defined by a computer system. So, protection ensures that the resource of the computer are used in a proper way. It ensures that each object accessed correctly and only by those processes that are allowed it to do so. This faces challenges of creating a protection seem by fast by any software that may be created. Goals of protection: we need to provide protection for several reasons. The most obvious is the need to prevent the bad international violence of an access restriction by user. So unprotected resources cannot defend against misuses by an unauthorized user. A protection oriented system provides means to extend between authorized and unauthorized usage. The role of protection in a computer system is to provide a mechanism for the implementation of the policies governing resources use. These policies can be established in a variety of ways. Some are fixed in the design of the system, while others are formulated by the management of the system. Still, others are defined by the individual users to protect their own files. Principle of operation: the time-tested guiding principle for protecting is the principle of at least prevailing at decades that programs use. And even systems be given just enough perform their tasks. The principle of least privilege can help produce a more secure computing environment. Even systems be given just enough privilege to perform their tasks. The principle of least privilege can help produce a more secure computing environment. The access control is concerned with determining the allowed activities of various users, mediating every attempt by a user to access a resource in the system. Basic terminology or object: an entity that contains or receives information. Access to an object potentially implies access to the information it contains. Subject: access control. Object: source, request, guard, source. Domain equals to collecting of objects and a set of access rights for each the objects. The process of operates within a protection domain that specifies the resource that the process may access. Each domain defines a set of objects and types of operations that may be invoked on each subject. The ability to execute an operation and an object is access rate. During execution of the process, it can change the domain. This is called domain switching. A domain can be realized in a variety of ways. Each user may be a domain. In this case, the set of objects that exist depends on the identity of the user. Process may be a domain. In this case, the set of objects axis depends on the identity of the process. The axis of control matrix view protection as a matrix. Rows represent domains. Columns represent objects. Each entry in the matrix consists of a set of access rights. So the entry access defines the set of operations that a process executing in domain can invoke an object. So use of access matrix. Access matrix design depends upon separates mechanism from policy mechanism. Operating system provides access matrix plus rules. So it ensures that the matrix is only manipulated by authorized agents and that rules are strictly enforced. Policy user distance policy, who can access that object and in that what mode. So access matrix of figure with domains as objects. So capability list focus on the subject capabilities list equals to rows of the access control matrix. Now capability is pointer to the object contain address of the object. Each domain has its capability. A list which contains list of capabilities together with operation allowed. A capability list is itself a protected object maintained by operating system by users only indirectly. Now specification of protection in a programming language allows a high level description of policies for the allocations and use of resource. Language implementations can provide software for protection enforcement when automatic hardware supported checking is unavailable. The table consists of set of order triples domain object right set whenever an operation is executed on objects with domain. Then a global table is research for triple found operation is allowed to continue. Build a list focus. Thank you. Then let's focus on subject satisfaction also. So control matrix campbells with pointed to the object content such as object. Each domain has its capability as contains a just a pointed together with operation with the abandonment specifications can focus on the subject capabilities list rows of the access control matrix. Capability is pointed to the subobject contents address of the object. Each domain has its capability list which contains list of all capability together with operation allowed. A capability is itself a protected object of the indirectly use of access matrix. Access matrix design separates mechanism from policy mechanism. Operating system provides access matrix plus rules. Right, ensures that the matrix is only manipulated by authorized agents and that rules are strictly enforced. Policy user dictates policy who can access what object and in what mode. So view protection as a matrix. Row represent domains, columns represent objects. Each entry in the matrix consists of a set of access rights. The entry access defines the set of operations that A some object is called this